Oh man. Okay, so this is what happens when you first load the app. It's just going to show you the default session, and these 5 microphones always show up in this area, which is called your taste test. But to get access to all 300 mics, you're going to want to be able to see this warning message. It says log in or register, and then you can pull mics from this whole resource down here from the search area. So logging in, creating a free account is easy. You can create an account, tick this box that says join the newsletter, and that way you'll know you'll learn about all the new gear and updates as we add it. But for now, I'm just going to log in with my account that I have. And then one of the first things I'm going to do is create a new session, and that's up here in the left. And let's just do an example of what we were talking about on the phone earlier. That is C800 modeling mics. A real easy way to look for those mics is to go into the search area here and then just filter by, let's just say 800, and apply that filter. And yeah, we're going to see the original Sony. We're going to see the 2 Townsend mics that we've been talking about. And then if you go look at the frequency response, you can compare those and see. Oh, by the way, you can't see me doing this in the video, but on your keyboard, numerical numbers 1 through 6 will select these different slots in the taste test, including the 6th slot, which is the mystery mic, which is a random mic that gets served to kind of act as a palate cleanser and a bias checker. So you can just hit 1, 2, 3 to go back and forth between these, toggle between these, so you don't have to move your mouse around the whole time. And then another fun thing to do is, let's say somebody contacts you and they're like, hey man, like which of these 2 mics should I buy? I could really like these. And they want to do a test between, they want to choose based only on the sound and not be biased by the way a mic looks or the price point. Go up here and have them throw it into blind mode. And what that does is it immediately shuffles the order of the microphones at random and clearly obscures their identity. And of course, you can still look through the entire menu of sources, including these individual sources we call solo. And a cool thing is that you can take notes. So let's say you've been listening and this first microphone is like, has a tizzy top end. And that's your note. Submit that note. You're listening through and you go like, oh wow, like this one is sweet. And you're listening through and you go like, oh yeah. You go creamy mids. Who doesn't like creamy mids? And then you're like, okay, cool. I've done all the listening I need to do. You go back to normal mode. It's going to ask you, do you want to keep the original order before you went into blind mode, or do you want to keep this new randomized order? So let's just say you're going to keep your new order. Then you go over to the notes tab and you can see that you applied these notes to these microphones. So apparently we thought that this one has a tizzy top end and creamy mids. So yeah, man, that's basically it. With these, I want to show you one other cool thing about just the way that these products, these microphones load up. Let's throw the Slate in there, a couple of those. You'll see a little kind of wheel up here, and that's like the first time you select any mic, it preloads so that any subsequent time you select it, it switches instantaneously. So watch this, it loads, click that, it loads. So now, when I'm going to use my keypad again. When I hit any of these, it doesn't have to load again. It's the source is already loaded. And then each time you go to a new source, say like we go and hear Keeley singing gallery, you can see that source loaded. We select a little area to loop. I can just preload all those, and then I'm good to go. And the switching is instantaneous. And by the way, I like Chrome best. I think it's snappiest, the performance when you are auditioning the mics. One last cool thing is when you're logged in, you can share a session. So say someone's like, dude, I don't believe that, the Townsend sounds as good as the original Sony or whatever. I think the Slate's way better. You can go like, well, check it out. Why don't you go and listen to it on Audio Test Kitchen? You created this session for them. Let's say, for example, you called it, you already named it 800. Then you just go up here and you hit share. You can change it to a shared session, and then just like a Google Doc, you copy that link. It tells you that the link is copied, and you can just email it to somebody. The app is not mobile ready yet, so this is for for desktop browsers on your laptop, on your computer. And man, I think that's a pretty good run through. There's also unboxing videos for every mic, which is really cool. You can especially see the giant power supply that comes with the Sony, for example. You can see the accessories that come with every mic. You can also take notes in this notepad up here. Just say, hey, and save that, and then that'll show up on your notepad right down here. Right on, man. Oh, specs. Look at all those specs. You can compare those as well. Okay, dude, I hope this is a good, quick tutorial run through. You can also see what the signal chain was for everything. So say, for example, hit this little I button. You can see what the signal chain is for every source. Here's the source, the signal chain for electric bass. You can see the instrument, what cable we use, the direct box, everything. There's also a global information button over here where you can see what the hotkeys are. All right, man. Thank you. Good luck. Let me know if I can help in any more ways. Fly well.